Divine Sunshine, and welcome to the DM 411. I got an interesting DM here today. I was pulling some of these cards here beforehand, so I'm just going to kind of like let you all file in. I'm gonna play. I miss playing my intro. I just entertained me for a while. I missed my intro, so I want to see my little cartoon real quick because I missed it. I just like when I'm on my computer and I can't do it on the iPad like I used to do. So just entertain me for 1 second. As I look at my intro, I miss my little cartoon of me with my red hair. Hold on a second. Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. I know you say she's crazy, but I miss my little intro. I'm like, I gotta put that back in there, especially when I'm going live and I'm waiting for you all to file all the way up in here. Hey, Kenny. Hey, Kenny Bray. Hey, Mimi. I got to do this. After I find out I can play my little video, I said I'm gonna be doing that while I'm waiting for you all to file in. I'm gonna watch my little mini me cartoon version of myself. All right, then we're gonna jump on in here because you know I'm kind of sometimes, well, we're gonna see where the spirit leads us. But this person here, this DM here has a lot of cards. A lot. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards describing this DM here. So I don't know who this is that is. Like I said, make sure that you always, so you can make sure that your energy is, oh, okay, somebody's talking here. Okay, we already, when the chime is divine, so this one's got a lot. He already chimed in with the spirit is coming in. So again, make sure that you click like, share, and subscribe. That's what the angels said. They were saying in agreement, my 18. They say, please make sure you do that so that your energies can be into the reading. And so I could pick you up so this could make it more of a, more intimate of a reading than something that's more out there and plural. Okay. All right then. So here we go. Let's get started. I feel like something in my nose. Excuse me for 1 second. If I'm using it, I know you're like, what's she using as a mirror? But I did. I felt something was in my nose. I'd rather that than you see, oh my God, Divine Sunshine had a booger in the nose all the while she's doing the reading. And I was like, help her, please. Please, I can't stand it no more. All right then. So this person here is a person who likes to, this DM likes to challenge authority. Source wants them to make sure that in order for them to be in that type of an energy, I'm sorry, this is bothering me. I don't know what it is. Excuse me 1 second. It feels like it. I don't care if you all talk about, oh, that is not so spiritual. It is. I'm human still. So again, with this person here, is having a problem understanding that it's okay for you to buck against authority, but you gotta know. I'm hearing Kenny Rogers say, you gotta know when to fold them, know when to roll them, know when to walk away, know when to run. You gotta count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be a time enough for counting when a deal is done. So you gotta understand when it's time to fold them. Pick your battles. Anytime I hear that song, that's what it means. Pick and choose your battles. You can't, got another chime that's divine. You can't be everybody is public enemy number 1 when you're talking to anybody that's of authority, somebody with leadership, somebody is trying to help you out. Because after a while, you're burning bridges, you're burning everybody up, and you can't be able to differentiate between who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. Source says he's got to get to this point because now he's not listening to just anybody. Hey, Callie. He's not listening to anyone. He's not listening to authority, which is source. And he's not even listening also to the people in his life that mean good, that have authority. It seems like to me like they've been standing in their power and they truly know who they are. And so these are some people that he should be taking time out to really listen to see what advice that they have. So he's got to learn that. So he's got to stop challenging authority. And let me, again, I'm picking up spirit is saying is this goes for if this is a divine feminine too, and there's a divine masculine that needs this information. They're saying this is kind of tapping into 2 energies. There's a divine feminine that's acting this way as well. So kind of watch out. Okay, there's a female, there's a divine masculine energy. It's very strong carrying that has this issue too as well. Also has this energies of being assertive, argumentative. We had this before: violence defies a status quo. This person really feels that what they're doing in their assertiveness, they're feeling like they're standing for something. But really, what they're standing for, source is like saying, you got to watch it. You're getting a little kind of ego, and you got to watch that. They want him to get into the understanding that I am that I am. And even if you say, well, I am that I am, I can't help who I am because that's who I am. So, hey, if that's the attitude that you have, source is saying that's not really quite the attitude that we have. Being divine does mean that you're unique, but it does not mean in the point that you feel like you have an inferiority complex about things, like you're special, you're higher than others, because you're standing on falseness. They said false, falsality. Is that a word? I'm hearing them saying falseness. It's false, okay? A false reality, a slap together. Well, like I invented the world. False reality. Maybe that's what they're saying. They're saying it so fast. It's a false reality. That's the word. Thank you. It's based upon a false reality that they're setting themselves up for. Okay, I'm gonna take this off again because I can feel my hair. This right there. Thank you. It's bothering me. Okay, so they've been trying to contact this person through dreams. Okay, so this person, this DM, been having a lot of dreams. Again, this DM, they have not, that I've done previous ones, they always say they contact them in their dreams because in their wake state, they're so all over the place. I'm picking like this person like a workaholic, doing a lot of things, and it's hard for them to get to them. Plus, they're in their minds a lot. And if they say they question authority or they buck against authority, they're not listening to spirit downloads, some things that spirit is whispering to this DM, telling him what he needs to do. He's doing it like this, like a little fly, like a little fairy, or if it's an angel, like, get away from me. What you talking about? I don't want to hear it right now. That ain't going with the purpose and the plan that I have for myself. So that causes a problem there. A lot of kind of things about that. They say they're contacting him in his dream state because they want him to take action. Okay, they're saying they contact him in his dream state because he's part focused. He's not looking at the whole picture. He's looking at part of the picture, but he's not looking at the whole thing in totality. He's got that zoomed in focus just on one little area. He's not looking at the overall picture. They want him to, and they're contacting him in his dreams is because, again, they want him to be conscious. Right now, he's not acting as if he's conscious about things. Is coming for more so of a ego, more so than him really dealing with and tapping into his conscious, which is really actually giving him the answers to things and how to handle things. Says that again, they want to deal with him in his assertiveness. And what I'm picking up again for my 18, seems like he's assertive in the wrong areas. You know, you heard some people that they are bucking and saying things, and they're barking at the wrong people, barking orders at the wrong people, and they're saying things to the wrong people. And it's like, that's not the ones that you should, the ones that you should be turning that energy to. You're not, if it's chime is divine. So they're not talking and doing that, all that extra to the right people. They're doing all that extra to the wrong people. Who they should be snapping up might be the third party. Who they should be snapping up might be the karmic situation, or the karma, or the family, the karmic family member, or whatever. Instead of he doing that, maybe he might be barking more so at the divine feminine more, because she's easier target. He feels that he can express himself more, but he's not expressing it to the people who really are value. And again, competitiveness. Again, there's some competition to get his attention from spirit, from source, which is the authority, and himself. He counts himself as I am the authority. I am the authority. That's why I call him Mr. Big Stuff, Mr. Hot Stuff. He think like, I'm hot. That's where he's coming from. Okay. Hi, Jessica. So that's one thing that he's got to watch that. Okay, because he think he's too hot to try. Okay. Next thing here, what we have here is also they say enlightenment, learning from one's surroundings, outer influences affecting decisions in one's identity. When I look at this person is very smart. He's enlightened. That's why he figures he knows it all and he can't get anything from source. Okay. Hey, Charm Timeless. Yeah. He thinks he knows it all, but he's learning from his surroundings. Now, one thing that I'm picking up about his surroundings, why he's learned this, is because the surrounding and the family that he's been in has taught him. Something about his family that I'm picking up with him is that he doesn't think his family is too smart. Like they ain't too bright. Like they ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, or they're mixing a couple of picnic sandwiches at a picnic. It's a lot of things around them that maybe they might not have been as educated in him. Maybe he might be the only one. They might have gotten a degree from that. I'm picking that up. This guy just really feels like he's just a little bit more street smart, just more versed in the world. Uh, Parents might not be as well educated, or the people that he is. So I'm picking that up. And so that's again how in his surroundings have helped to add on to this higher than thou, the I am that I am attitude that he has, or I'm Mr. Hot Stuff himself. However, he lets outer influences affect his decision and his identity, which means he lets everybody else, he is really self-involved with the people outside. Their reactions tell him who he is. What they do or how they react to him tells the who I am. Instead of the spirit saying, I want you to get to understand that I am that I am. It doesn't matter about what other people think about you. It doesn't matter about what people say who you are. Who do I say that you are? This is the main point here. And this is what you're missing while you're trying to be Mr. Hot Stuff and saying you know it all. And Source is trying to say, no, you don't know it all. Okay. So this is understanding this linear. There's a process to everything. This guy likes to shortcut it. Hey, Tyra, he likes to shortcut it. He likes to shortcut everything is fine and doesn't understand that everything goes in a process. There's a steps. They're showing me stairs. My A team is showing me stairs. It's stairs to ascension. You can't just hop on, which I have seen kids in the classroom take you 3 stairs at a time like that. You know, you could do it. It's going to stretch and overstretch you though. But again, it might have been more careful and more profitable to you if you take it 1 stair at a time. Okay. Next one here we have here, through fear initiates endings to things. This DM, when things gets too hot for him, and I was Lord, it brought me the song here about the heat. The heat is on. Do 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 do. The heat is on. So that was what again? The heat is on. So when it gets too hot or too passionate or too much for him, his fear kicks in and you see him kind of like back away, like. So that's in a relationship. So if it gets like it's too much or like his heart is getting too involved with you, divine feminine, you might see him kind of like pull away, or you might talk to him and you having a good conversation, and all of a sudden, like, I got to go. Like, okay, all right, well, we was in the middle of conversation. What happened here? And, okay, they calling me on the job, or they calling me, my employer needs me, or my whatever like that, or my mom needs me, or my daughter needs me. A lot of just pulling out, a lot of self-sabotaging too of things, because when he gets too fearful of it, he does that and he calls himself is going into protective mode. And so he's like, to me, they're showing me like directing traffic. Hold on 1 second, it's getting hot in here. We can talk about the heat is on. Open it up so I can get a little bit of air in here. Okay. Woo, excuse me, sitting on my pillow. Okay. So he's calling himself like directing things. Directing means he feels like he's really a control freak too. He really wants things to be controlled in a certain way. And that's why I'm feeling like an orchestra, like he's directing, like he's telling when the strings to come in. This is what I'm saying. When the drums to come in, he directs everybody. He feels like he wants to direct everything. And so Spirit's like, hey, that's cute. But we're gonna let you know, we're gonna start directing you into a new direction. Okay. And so this is where Spirit is now putting him there, especially when it comes to this fear. Uh-oh. Oh Lord, have mercy. If she got it, hold on. Hold on, she got it. Hold on. Sorry. I know. There's somebody in my house. Hold on the live. Oh, is she there? No, she coming. She got it. Sorry. That had them doing my little green chef stuff. Hold on 1 second. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, okay. Now let me put this here because my phone been fell on the floor. Okay, so now, so directing him to go into a new direction. That's what they say they're doing with him. Okay, next thing, he's got some duality. He's living in two different worlds. He knows he's being pulled. I'm seeing him like they're pulling him like this, like tug of war. Spirituality, reality, spirituality, reality. Like other day, spirituality, practicality. That goes back to that moon that we just had that was in Cancer, about that two different ways how Cancerian goes to it. Make sure that you watch that. I did talk about what this moon energy is bringing to us too, according to source, and how we've got to be able to balance the two. This is what source is wanting us to do now, is to balance the two energies, the spirituality and the practicality, and bring it together, understanding that if you're not operating in spirit or you're not operating in practicality and you balance those things, there's a cause and effect to things. This person, they're showing me again, has been skating around. I'm seeing them literally showing something like going around something. He's been going around some things. He's been skating around things. Goes back to almost like Kathy D said about her mother, I think her grandmother said that she had hired a cleaner, and the cleaner said, "How you want me to clean it? You want me to do a roundabout clean, or you want me to do four corners clean?" And she said, "Well, what's the difference? Four corners clean is when I go into each corner and I clean and I move things around and I go around that. A roundabout clean is where I just go around the issue. I just go around the furniture, but I don't move anything." This is what it is. He's got to understand it's a cause and effect for having that type of thinking. And that is not going to keep on. They said, I hear the A team say, and that's not going to fly anymore. Okay. What's happening with the energies with this DM? What's happening with the energies? What kind of current energies is he in right now? Clear. Ooh, went right up. I like it like that. He wants the world. He wants everything. And he wants the divine feminine. Right there, smack dab in the middle. Smack dab in the middle. Moni in the middle, in the middle, oh, in the middle. Moni in the middle, in the middle. Moni in the middle. Moni in the middle, in the middle. So you got this sun right here, which you got the divine feminines in the middle here. And he really does want everything under the sun. But the problem is with this DM, he wants it and he wants the shortcut to be able to get it. Okay, that's the problem. You can't shortcut this. Hey, if we could shortcut this journey, we sure would do it. I know I have like, hey, if I did, we've tried it. We tried to shortcut it. Well, you know, maybe I might not work on myself this or cut this out or less on the meditation, less on calling my cell phone stuff. And we see where that leads us to. Nowhere. But might find ourselves taking about 3 steps backwards instead of 3 steps forward. Just doing that shortcutting stuff. Let's look at what's the heart of the matter for this DM. Woo, that's a lot. This one is a talker. Are you for real? Okay, you all came out. My Lord, he's interested. He needs to stay optimistic about his love life. Okay. He's handling some family issues. This is the heart of the family matter with this one, Mr. Stuff. You know, like Mr. Big Stuff. Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? You're never gonna get my heart. Passion is the heart of the matter. He needs to express his love and children. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers for that. That's the heart of the matter for him. That's pretty self-explanatory. He needs to learn how to stay optimistic. And I think the optimism to me is more of a pure form of optimism, like really positivity and not negativity. I think a lot of times why he does not stay on the other side of things, especially when we're talking about really truly going after things and doing it the right way, is because he talks himself out of it. That's that fear factor. Okay, so the fear factor is really truly an issue with him. So let's talk about this. Here we go. Stay optimistic. What is that? Okay, he's got to stay optimistic because there's a change in the wind. This represents the spirituality too. So there's going to be a change in his spirituality. I told you about that balance about his spirituality and his practicality. There's a change in the wind, the Santa Ana winds here. He wants freedom. And how he's going to get this freedom about wherever he is in whatever situation. When we check in to see what's going on with him currently, um, this freedom is going to be done by unconventional way. How he's going to be, and spirit is the way to be able to do it, because to him, that's not conventional to him. Conventional is to him is to think with his brain. Okay, so that's the issue with him. So some things are going to actually change. The winds are changing, his spirituality is changing. We got the number 12 here, which means to get himself into order. That's going to help to propel that optimism for him, especially about this love life here. As well. I think I seen on somebody's thing that was talking about some of the DMs was kind of a little bit, ooh, it's more right straight up. Some of these DMs are a little bit, if you talk to them, they're a little bit more lighthearted, a little bit more optimism. I can say that I've talked to my DM and he does. It's a difference about him. What it is, I don't know, but it is less on the negative Nelly side talking and that he usually does. So there is some shifts there. So they're saying that they're changing. You got healing family issues. What's going on with that? The divine masculine has observed some things. I told you about that part focus thing. So some kind of way I'm figuring also that him and his 18, thank you, which they saying yes. The 18, his guides, his guardians, ancestor guys, ancestry guys, um, whatever have been working for him to kind of say, you know what, some of this stuff that you're seeing about your family, kind of really try to observe and see. Not let's be part focused on it. Yeah, your family didn't get a degree. Yeah, they're not as smart as you. Okay, but let's go beyond that. Let's not just stick right there with the surface stuff. Like what's really going on with your family? What's the root cause of your family? So right now he's getting more wise about this and more cunning. He's now no longer looking at you got the moon, which is the illusions of what's on the surface about his family, but really using his intuition and his awareness. This is where spirit is pushing him. This is what this change is about, like what's really going on with my family, what's going on with mama and daddy and Uncle Ray and Auntie Riri and all this stuff. What's going on? Some is now going on with this divine masculine here that is serendipitous. There's some events and some things that's lining up for this divine masculine here that's making him kind of go to new heights here, especially when it comes to his emotions. And this is a lucky thing. That's why you want to wait for like divine time. And they're like, hold on, just be patient, because we've got to be able to help this divine masculine unpack this stuff. See, if you try to do it and you do it too fast, he ain't really gonna understand the value of it. So you got to make sure when these divine masculines, when they're ready to pop and when they're ready to blow, I'm hearing Stevie Wonder sing that song, then they ready to go. You've got to wait until that point. The only one that knows that time of how those moving pieces can move just right, just like I'm seeing they showing me like a Jenga thing, and you pull it, you can't pull that little piece too fast. You got to pull it just with the right ease, and then it's ready, and then it settle back down. That's the same thing, because you don't want to do it and then it crumbles the whole infrastructure of the DM, and then you got to start back over again. You got to be able to pull that piece and give him that little information just right when he's like, oh, now I'm ready to see. Yeah, something's wrong. Now, you might have asked him back there in 2010 to start looking at his family. He's like, ain't nothing wrong with them. I know they crazy and they going to keep it moving. But now, in 2020, moving over to 2021, maybe COVID, people dying around him or whatever's going on, is now opening his mind and say, hey, okay, wait a second, I got new introspection. I'm more spiritual, especially with all these people dying around me. So now let me start looking at things a little bit more different. Now he's open, he's ready to receive. That's called divine timing. When you got to wait on a specific time when the person is ready consciously for the information and to receive and be ready to move on things. That's why you can't be pushing and ready and moving on your little time, divine feminine, because when your little time that you want the source to move, stuff ain't in place yet. He ain't ready to receive that information yet, divine feminine. So yes, I'm talking to you about the preaching and teaching on you. So again, you got to wait till things become serendipitous on that one. Because again, what I say, you got to get him in that thinking mode. Now he's thinking. He been sitting and thinking and sitting and thinking. And like, wait a second, hold on a second. Some ain't, wait a second. Some ain't right here. Some ain't right. Some I might have, and I might have picked up this too. Some of them is saying there ain't nothing wrong with their family. And then all of a sudden they just start clicking. Like, wait a second. Something not right about her. Somebody right about what mom's been saying here lately. Why she saying this about me? Why she saying this about the divine feminine? What this all about? Wait a second. Some ain't, you know what? You know, is she like taking out her things and thoughts about herself and she projecting it on my divine feminine? Because I ain't really understanding what's this deep hatred she's got for the divine feminine. I ain't really understanding this. Where this coming from? Is she jealous of her? What is this? Every time she come in, she say hi. She don't even like the way the divine feminine say hi to her. What is this? So this is again the divine masculine now is at that point that now you as a divine feminine. I'm picking up somebody in here. You got an argument with your mom, his mom. Y'all don't like each other, and now it's making them thinking like, okay, wait a second. You know what? The divine feminine been saying that my mom ain't like it. I just brushed it off. That don't mean nothing. Girl, you crazy. You know, my mom, she all right. But now you starting to think like maybe the divine feminine do got a point. Why does my mom dislike my divine feminine? So things like that. That's how he's kind of thinking. That's his example. That's not saying that's everybody, but you know how you can fill in the blanks about that. Okay. So the next thing here we got passion. Okay. So we have with this is passion. Okay. This passion is going to help this is clarified because right now he's ready to move between the worlds. He's ready to move from this gray where it's drab, ain't nothing going on, to technicolor. Okay. So that movie, like I told you about Pleasantville, this divine feminine helps to turn on the light and creates color within his world. Nobody else is able to do this. Okay. This is changed to make him want to have this passion. There's nothing like the divine feminine, not the way how you do things, how you set things ablaze. Even with this fear does hit the divine masculine. The divine masculine feels like, hey, I want to try. I want to go bust out beyond these boundaries like they did in Pleasantville in the movie. Remember the movie, if you don't know about the movie where Pleasantville, everybody was in gray. And then, you know, everybody's kind of scared to discover about them turning colors. And they're like, oh, no, you're going to turn into color. You need to stay black and white because that's what we know. And they were scared about to learn about the world that's beyond where they lived and where they were. And so this is the same thing that you, divine feminine, bring out in the divine masculine. This want to go beyond what's happening. His family is in black and white. They back there in the 1950s here. He's ready to bust out and had to take the color and say, you know what, movies are in color now. You know this, right? It's what the divine feminine tells the divine masculine. You know we in color now, right? We don't come black and gray no more. Don't you want to come and join me? Won't you come to the other side? And he's like, So that same thing like that is with the what's going on with the masculine. Now he's ready to bust out. I mean, busting out. I'm busting out on the serious front. He wants to express his love now. So again, like I say, some things is the wheels is turning on him. Spirit is kind of pushing him. The heart of matter is that he needs to go ahead and to express his love. However, I'm seeing right here, he's got some stuff that he knows he's got to clean up. Either I'm getting several layers from some of you all. Some of them things is that, let me invoke, hold on one second. I feel something today. I'm invoking the white pyramid around this channel and around this live right now. Okay, thank you. I just want to say that for that. Okay, and golden light. Okay, so in case if he wants to do this, he's got to work on some of them is he's got to clear up some stuff with you. Okay, some things he's got to clear up with where he is. If he's in third party situations, he know he really shouldn't step to you until he gets that cleaned up. He knows that himself. You ain't got to tell him like, you ain't got to come this way till you pay him. I want you loose from her. I want all that extra stuff. He already knows this. Okay. Also know that he's got to work on himself internally. I'm hearing this saying spiritually, I got to work on some things too, so I can really be truly healthy and whole and have the courage to come to you as well. He understands also when it comes to love, he's got to be flexible about some things, because this guy here, like we said before, he likes to direct traffic. He likes to direct things. He likes to tell you about how you gonna love him when you are, and that's not really love, you know. That's not it. What was I watching? And Bridgerton. Oh my God! Please watch Bridgerton. That sucker is good. That's about that period piece where they back then. It's not the Is that the Renaissance period? And it's got that queen in it, which is based upon Queen Charlotte, which is a black queen, uh, as well. And so then he didn't want to have kids because he didn't want to have kids because his father really had a very tumultuous relationship with his dad. And so he told his dad on his deathbed, he's like, listen here, I curse. He said, I'm not going to carry on the name. The name dies here. I'm not going to have no family. I ain't have no kids after this. So it's a wrap. When it comes to me at this end, I know I'm the Duke, but don't expect me to have no other little dukes and duchesses running in after me. So lo and behold, after that, he did fall in love, found somebody. You find the in between things. I'm trying not to give all the stuff, but find somebody, and she wanted kids, and he's like, well, I can't give you no kids. So she's like, well, I'll go ahead because I love you. I'll go ahead and do this, but I really want kids. So anyway, found out he's acting like he couldn't. She didn't. Well, she was virgin back then. You can have no sex before you got married back then. So she didn't really know how sex went. So she's like, they having sex. She thought he couldn't have sex. He's like, yeah. So they found out they have sex all over the damn palace everywhere. And so then one time they was having sex. And so then she's like, well, wait a second. Ooh, that look like that hurt. So he up there releasing himself outside. Anyway, this is 18 in the book. So don't be acting like, and all that stuff. Get real. Come on. This is that. So she went on and she went to ask her man. She's like, hold on, say you need to explain to me how do sex go and how you have babies. Cause some about what I just seen happen with him when he pulled out before he ejaculated, something ain't right here. So then she went to maid explain to her, and she was so crushed. She like, what the hell? Oh, I got you. So that next day she went, they had sex or whatever. She made sure he locked on top of him. He wasn't going nowhere. Oh my God, he was trying to get unloose so he could be able to, do whatever. She said, that's what you get. I'm getting you back because you knew you could have kids. You tried to control our love. You tried to control me by not having kids because you didn't, whatever, release himself, whatever, made contact, put it whatever, like that. And this is your fault. And you trying to control this. You can't tell me this is love. This is not love. You're controlling me. So this is the same thing that it is here. He's got to learn how to be flexible. He would remind me of that Duke there too as well. He's saying, and she's like, and why can't you have kids? Because you can't have kids. I can see you are capable of it. You function, you can have kids. So why is it? And so he went on and told about that vow he took on the deathbed when his father had died, that he wasn't having no kids. He said, and you're doing this and you putting your happiness on the line because you don't want to have, because of your father, because of a vow you took, but then you're going to put our love life on the line? Baby pie. So then, that caused a tumultuous thing between their marriage and between those two. But anyway, this is the same thing to me, the same kind of energy it is. It's like he wants control, and spirit is telling him that he's got to be more flexible. You can't control love. You can't be like that Duke saying, okay, I made a promise to myself, whatever it is. And this person might have, because of seeing things in his family, could be just like they said about the family issues, not having the father wasn't there for that Duke. And so that Duke again said, okay, well, you know what? I'm not having no more kids because I don't want anybody to do anything to me like you did to me, father. Same thing here. Understand, you got to be flexible. That was back then. Whatever's happening in your family, this is why you're here as a twin flame, for you to create and do something totally different. A lot of us are here to clear the bloodlines too. And so that's your purpose, not to sit there and to down them or to say, ooh, and judge your family members, but then also to know, hey, when I do this and I decide to have a family, I'm going to have something totally different. This is it. So he knows right now it's time for him to go. He knows that it's time for him to go. He knows he needs to start making haste instead of wasting time there, to go after his divine feminine. Because this kind of reminds me of the divine feminine walking away. It's like, okay, I'm going, either you're going to follow me or you're going to stay right where you are. It's one and two. He understands that he needs to start expressing love, because he knows in order for him to do that, he needs to be fair. He needs to be fair. He needs to weigh the options. This is like justice stepping in. He needs to become wise, especially when it comes to his emotions. Stop acting like he's the queen and say, off with their head. Like they leaves the head over on the side, and he doesn't keep that in the energies of making decisions when it comes to the matters of the heart. He's got to have that to be a part of what is actually going on with him, as far as him wanting love with the divine feminine. He has children. Children also are a part of what's going on with this divine masculine. Let me see if I could get, I want to clarify it for that. Okay, just let you know, I'm an hour show. So just let you know. So here we go. Clean it up. He knows here again. There's some issues with these children here that he's got to clean up. Now, this children could be also wanting a new beginning. He knows he needs to clear up. He knows he needs to clean up some things about this children. It might be even in this third party or this karmic situation, as you all call it, as well. He needs to clean up also about some things as far as within himself too, and his emotions. He needs to learn how to nurture things a little bit more. He needs to know also how in his divine masculine energies, how he needs to be able to master things, to have authority on it, to really truly be friendly, know how it is to develop a friendship or a friendly relationship. You know, that's the same thing. That's even in Bridgerton, in that thing. They started off as friends, and he talks about it, Professor, like they say, you know, you all have really truly found the key of love with that Duke and the young lady, the Duchess, because she found out they started off as friends first, and it developed into love as they went along with that. And that's the same thing with him, understanding that that friendship, he's got a misunderstanding of that friendship that's a more of a control. You don't want anybody like that to manipulate. To me, it's got to be very free flowing. He's got to understand that that comes along with love. It's not love on your terms. This is what I'm picking up. It's not love on your terms. It's not like I'm giving you an agreement and you sign and you do this and I do this and you know, and this, and I'm happy. This is not what really true love is based upon. It's not 1, 2, 3, a love by colors either that's showing me like a painting. It's not that either. So he's got to really truly have an understanding to, and be loyal to it, because once some fear kicks in with this divine masculine, he's off to the races. He's running off, and he's got to clean that up. I mean, no kind of loving relationship can be able to develop underneath those kind of terms there. So, you know, that's something this divine masculine has got to deal with. Let's look and take a look-see into his actual life and see what's going on. What's going on with this divine masculine? I swear I'm getting hot, which means that's really the spirit. So about getting hot, that's a good thing, Kim. Okay, what's going on with him? Occupation. So this man is, I told you earlier, he's a workaholic. He's really working. He's working, but day and night. Got me working. Da, 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 you got me working, working day and night. Do, 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 do. Got me working, working day. Da, 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 da. Got me working, working day and night. Do, 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 do. Got me working, working day. Do. Ooh, ooh, my shoe. Oh, no, I'm not going to go on. All right, we're going to stop. All right, then. So he's got him working here day and night. Now, it's interesting, we got the number 34, which lets me know spiritually he's working a lot, too. But it's interesting, it's in the dark. So, again, he's doing a lot of spiritual work even in his sleep. That's why they say we were contacting and we working with him in his sleep, because they really trying to turn this man over. This divine masculine, whether it's the female or the male, they're trying to turn him over in his sleep. It's like we really working on him. He's doing a lot of subconscious work, a lot of subconscious work. He's got an unexpected income. Again, I don't know why I'm saying that. Is it that stimulus check for $600 or $2,000? Anyway, I'm bad. But anyway, he's looking for a spirit to kind of give him this blessing too. Okay. Or he could have also have gotten some new income, or he's gotten a new push, even spiritually to him. Is like a like a blessing, or it's like it's a motivation. I'm feeling like it's like a push to say, ooh, it's like a breakthrough about something that's really helping him out as well. Whatever it is, if this person has got a family here, ain't nothing going on. This is the family room here. When I see this card, this lets me know it's nothing going on. So if he does have family, or he's been that family, like I said, it's got them damn gone pajamas that's been on Facebook on the timeline. Everybody got plaid on. Everybody got them little Grinch PJs on, all that, taking all them family pictures around the fire and the Christmas thing, and you seeing it and you stalking and said, yeah, back in the 2000s. Yeah, he sure is, ain't he? Right. And so then it's nothing going on. Please, 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 please take that on that. You seeing and say, okay, that's a joke. I'm just gonna laugh it off. I'm not gonna put no energy into that because it's nothing. This card is telling you if he's in the third party and this person is married, it sounds like this is your person. It's nothing. They setting up. It looks really nice. Oh, it's tea time, like the Duke and the Duchess. Okay. And then you're like, where's the kids at? And like to say, oh my God, they're off in the country. The kids ain't off in no country. They upstairs. They don't want to come down and be with mom and dad. They both mad at mom and dad. So like they say, with they off there, they don't want to be bothered with neither because both them been arguing all that time, but they went came down to go take that picture for the family stuff. And you look real good at their picture, probably some of out there I'm seeing. You look real good at them in them daggone PJs. Look at them kids' eyes there. Do they really look like they really into what's going on there? Look at that smile. Some of them got that phony smile, ain't it? Look at it. Look at it. See, some of y'all done went. Now some of y'all gonna go back on Facebook and look. Some of y'all done look and say, "Oh my God, there's a Kevin and a happy family." But then I'm gonna tell you, get your strength up and go back in there again at that picture again and look at their eyes and really truly look and see. You look again and say, "Wait a second. Wait a second. He ain't got his arm around her." Then he just really actually just standing there and smiling. And she's right there. She got her arm around the kids, but he ain't got his arm around her. Wait a second. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Let me look at this kid. And this other kid look like I look at him again, look like he been crying earlier. Look like, oh my God, something went on. See, y'all just don't know. Y'all got to look back at these, look at it. Y'all going on there, but y'all got to be really looking. Okay, y'all got to be a detective on this. Okay, here we go with this again. Like I said, this thing about this marriage thing. Okay, they bringing out, he bringing out what's going on with this marriage thing. Got some things here. Cause see, I could talk here. Mature woman. This is what I thought. Somebody's maturing emotionally. And I'm not going to even put that. That could be the divine feminine is maturing. It's the woman is maturing. I'm gonna even go out there on women and say even the what you all call the karmic or the distorted partner is now maturing. She's looking at some things is making her eyebrow go up, just like the divine feminine's eyebrow then went up and said, okay, but I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna start working on myself because that's enough on waiting on you to do that, especially when it comes to love. But then here we got here. This is here asking for again divine intervention. This is divine intervention, or there's a divorce. Some things about law, something of a breaking up of. I'm seeing this saying assets. A team says assets, breaking up of house, something businesses. Hearing them say home. Somebody they keep on saying home. Things of that nature. This is on the horizon. This is on the horizon right now. Okay. Because there's a change. This looks like the divine masculine. I can say again that whatever's going to happen with this decision of this divorce or separation or divine intervention kicking in, it's going to send a divine masculine packing. He's going to be changed somewhere. Something's going to have to be said, move it to another location. And I'm seeing here for the main female, which will be the divine feminine. Working day and night, spirit blessing or giving a breakthrough. Because right now in the family ain't nothing going on. This marriage here, they gotta chime. This marriage here It's at the center of, that's interesting. It's the center of the cards. We got 3 here. No, it's not at the center. What's at the center of this here is the marriage and this mature woman. The women in his life is maturing. That could be the divine feminine and this, what you all call the karmic or the distorted partner. Some things is turning over. She's seeing some insight too. Everybody's getting pushed to see things differently. That's at the center of these cards, because we got 3 on this side, 3 on this side, which is moving into, again, divine intervention stepping in. Right now they in decision mode. They're trying to see, is this the right time to pull this brother in the situation? Is he really truly ready to receive this newness, this change? A 9, an ending of a cycle, to go into, again, to be ready for this main female. Okay, let's take a look, see. Wait, hold up. I'm missing the card. Wait a second. Here we go. Yeah, the modern world ones. Okay. I'm like, wait a second, I'm missing somebody. These are my good ones. Oh, 3/4 of them. I don't know. Thank you. Okay. Oh, who talking to Betty? Okay. All right. Ooh, I'm looking at that. Here we go. And I got a thing. So that's right. I got a notification on that one. Okay, let's look and see. Ooh. Some of the hair got a harem. Yeah, they got some on. Yeah, I heard the other day. I said, well, that's a new one. Fourth parties. But like I said the other day, that for the DM energies, it's coming out. That's on the way. Might be 3 weeks ahead. It's starting now and 3 weeks ahead. It's coming out about the children, about the new beginnings, about the fourth parties. Is there somebody else on top of, or these other people, or the third party, or is another energy in it that's coming out? And whatever it is about the sex stuff is coming out too. Because I seen it with a DM having a woman with a baby and trying to put in my dream, trying to put their joystick in their mouth. So that let me know those are like 3 things that's really coming to fruition and coming out. Okay, so right now what's going on with the DM here is needing the time out. Okay, he needed time out. It's getting too much. He getting too deep into this. This is what I'm saying. Time is a ticking. Tick-tock, you don't stop. Tick-tock, you don't stop. Ooh, I wanna sex you up. Tick-tock, you don't stop all night. Make you feel good. All right, let me stop. I crack my own self up. All right, then. Here we go. So TikTok, that is, he do want to sex you up, because this is what it look like. This union, the rainbow, and he want to sex you up. Some of them want that sexual healing for the divine feminine. Things have become dormant. There's no movement. I know that. This is stagnant energies right here. I mean, you know, that's why the spirit say, we got to change the direction on this person. He feels like he's victimized. That could, again, go back to this family issues, too. That's what the victim is. He feels like he's a victim of his circumstances, too. With this distorted partner, this karmic. Or I can't help myself, you know. Some of them I hear him talk about, I can't help it, they ain't smile, it's me. See, that's the wrong thinking there, too. But understanding that right now, sources say what's happening, he's got to become transparent. Some things has got to die, because that's interesting. They're showing the skeleton here, or like an x-ray too as well. What else is going on? What time is it? 49? Ew. I ain't even gotten to the things, but this one, he's a talker. He's got a lot of layers to him. Okay, I want to know what's actually going on with him. That's nice. That's the overall. That's what he feels. But I want to see what's going on in their life. Ooh, divine truth. Fell on the floor. Oh. Woo! What you say? Who said that about they got a harem? All right, BB. Some cheating been going on with this one. Cheating. Cheating in the next room. I be stroking. That's what I mean. I be stroking. Stroke it to the east. Stroke it to the west. Stroke it to the one that I love the best. I be stroking. Oh my God. Heaven Jesus. All right. Okay, here we go. There's some drama. Well, yeah, if you cheating, yeah, you get some drama. And if you got a harem, like BB said, heck yeah, it's gonna be some daggone, it's gonna be some problems there. Next one about education. Love you too, Kelly. Say education, the food, and pride. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, this cheating that he has caused some drama here, and that's probably why in that Christmas pic what I'm seeing in my head, where everybody got these pajamas on, the baby been crying, she been witnessing and seeing that mama and daddy been arguing and hollering with each other and talk about come on, and the mom took it out on the baby before they took the picture, and so that's why she crying because she throwing all this stuff into the divine mask. I mean, throwing it on the baby. So there's drama here as well. Learning that right now he's got to get educated, okay? And some of them might be going back to school to really truly get some degrees, but he getting educated, like they say, he getting schooled by source right now. So it's a lot of things that's going on with this divine masculine. So he's getting schooled, okay? And this is what's causing him spiritually to start this new beginning or this new direction as well, to get pushed to take this fool's journey, okay? Emotionally, he's got to do that because his pride been getting in the way, okay? This has been a major issue going on with this DM as well, okay? All right then, clear. Next one. They gonna tell me that hole in the wall song gave me that. All right there. This is what he said. Right now on this journey, he said, I don't think I can take your reaction right now. Well, you know what? Because probably that reaction is just like this mature. What am I mature woman card? Here she is. Because actually, we see what was going on. We have our eyebrow raised just like her. Look at her looking like this. I can't believe the crap that this dude is doing. See, why they have an issue, I'm just picking this up, some with us divine feminists is because, see, they can play all that Mr. Hot stuff with everybody else. And we looking at him say, okay, is that all you got? I ain't even impressed with that. Matter of fact, you and I both wrote the book together. So you're going to have to come over another chapter and verse to show me. Because that ain't doing okay. Yeah, and that don't scare me. What that mean? I'm still here. Yeah, she sure is. She's still here. That ain't scaring me. I know that was my deal. I'm like, okay, Ann. That's why he's like, okay, I see. I can't play that with you, right? I can't play things with you either. This is a two-way street here. So I don't know why you even bringing this to me. Yeah, if I would see half the stuff that you're doing in here, I probably would be in there saying, this don't make no kind of sense here. You know, this is, how about I say, this is stupidity at its finest. This is not smart. You're smarter than that. Okay, I'm gonna take the high road and say that you're much smarter than this DM. Some of the things that you're doing, and you're right. If we would see that your divine feminist would see what you're doing, or what you're selling for, or what you're making other people doing, and God bless even some of the karmic, some of the things we know. Hey, we might dislike about some of the things they did, but you know, some of the things that they do, and you probably say, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. She is also human, or he is also human. You know, some of that stuff is just plain nasty to the highest point. Okay, so again, these things that they're doing, true, we probably would not be happy with. And that's probably what they're trying to project on you. It's probably something they're saying to themselves. You know what? If I really would take a step out of myself and really see the things that I'm doing, I wouldn't like to see the reaction. I wouldn't like to see what's going on right now either. I wouldn't like it. And my reaction probably wouldn't be right either if he could step out of himself. Okay. So When we're talking about how is he feeling, I might jump something. This one likes to talk. Clear. This is how you know this one is, he's talking, he's into himself. He knows it could go two ways. He might do a lot of talking to other people, but when it comes to you, he might not do so much talking. Sometimes when I have readings, personal readings with divine and divine feminine wants to know about what's happening with the divine masculines, and they have like a plethora of cards. This lets me know that this divine masculine does not talk too much to the divine feminine. So this one is a talker to everybody else, but when it comes to the divine feminine, it's shut down. Why? Because it goes back to what he knows, that the divine feminine is like that mature woman that she look at him every time he open his mouth. Is like, okay, all right then, I'm not impressed. Give me something else. Okay, that impressed the other ones, you little harems, you little distorted females or whatever like that. But that doesn't, for me, that doesn't do anything. So right now he feels like he's empowered. Okay, he feels powerful, he feels like he's capable at this point, and he feels also strong. This is because also two ways he feels empowered, even with himself. He feels empowered from the messages that spirit is also sending him and getting him together, but he's also interested, he's disgusted. Didn't I just say that this message that he just sent to you was really him saying to himself? He just projected that to himself. If I don't think I can, he should say, I don't think I can take my reaction right now to what's going on right now. This is the message he really wants to, but of course, because we're mirrors, he's mirroring that message to you, and he's really mirroring that back to himself. Because actually, half of us say we can't even see what's going on over there. We can speculate, we can feel, because we're your other you, but we don't actually know what's going on clear with you over there. Okay, so that's something again with the divine masculine is going on with them. This full moons have wanting to release everything I thought I knew and hope for the connection. Okay. All right. It's bringing up abandonment issues right now. You know, when you have those very emotional, and Cancerian is the emotional sign, it's about the emotions because it's a water sign. And my advice to you, whenever you hit those moons and things like that, is not to do anything, because I'm gonna be real with you, and you know how divine, like Divine Maverick says, she's the mother. I always call myself the auntie, or auntie of twins. Auntie's gonna tell you, don't do nothing right now because you're irrational. And I'm gonna tell you why you're irrational. You're irrational because of the moon energies and the influence right now. Once this moon energies get away, maybe 3 days after or 4 days after, or whatever it is like that, and you still feel, I would even span it to a month. And if you still feel the same way, then hey, then that's the right feeling. But right now, underneath this in Cancerian moon energies, I wouldn't move and do anything, because right now it's underneath the influence of the moon, like a person did drinking, you know. Buy me a drink. Ooh, don't go home with me. Da, 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 da. Well, I'm saying, ooh, ooh, ooh. That's what I feel. Ooh, ooh, and then we were like, ooh, no, no, no. So no, we not gonna do that. No, we will blame it on the alcohol, on the you could bring it on the moon. Don't make any kind of. I'm gonna tell you right now, for a person like that, don't do anything underneath the moon energies. Don't do no type of moving. I can tell you, girlfriend, because I've done that, and it's terror. And by time I've learned how to just hold my mule, and I let that ride out, and then I learned that stuff just go pass right on by. And then before I know it, I'm back as right as rain and loving the divine masculine from his head, last wave in his head to that long toe. So my don't do. I'll move on. This is what he's thinking right now. That's my advice to you. Don't do it right now. So Earth, he thinks right now you are the center of his Earth. You're the one that's keeping him grounded. Okay, at this time, yeah, no, you're underneath the influence of the moon. Please don't. Please don't. Wait until afterwards. Wait until we get into the new year about that right now. This ain't right now. This ain't really me, what I'm feeling. He feels also there's two sides of him that he's showing to the public, two images. He's got one way, this is him with the missus, him with the karmic or the distorted partner. This is the one is he's the image that he's really him being in his him really actually want to be. This is you, this is divine feminine. This is him with the mask on, still being in his distortion here. Okay. But this is actually what he's playing. So this is what on the surface is going on. But this is really, truly inside of him. This is what he wants going on. Okay. All right. So that's that one. He feels right now that he feels like he's hunted. He's trying to get him some spirituality. He's really trying to cleanse, but he feels like he's hunted. He's hunted, Hunted, haunted. Or he could be haunted. He could feel like he's haunted by people too as well. Okay, so it's a little hard for him to do that spirituality when he feels like the natives, like the people who's around him, is haunting him. Okay. And it's interesting to see she's in yellow, especially when he's talking about his emotions, and he's really trying to stand in his power, know who he identifies, who he is. Like I said, I am that I am. He's like, I'm trying, but they on my back. I can't really do this in peace. It's always somebody there when I'm trying to make a move. And sometimes you might feel the divine master might say, I was trying to make a move towards you, but then before I know it, the karmic or she called me, or I was about to go, but then she talked about she wanted me to go get some at the stove for her, and I was on my way to come over there and see you. You know, things like that. Okay, excuse me, I'm sorry, that's my rain kid in the thing. King of water. So he's really trying to get on top of this emotions, really trying to be steadily have authority in his emotions at this point. So that's what's going on with him. All right, how does he view the connection? I'm sorry, this is going on a little long. I thought it was an hour, but this one is I have to deep dive into him clear, and I have to go by my contract, which is to be able to actually I have to give the solution to him. I have to give the solution to you, how to deal with him, and vice versa. So again, I apologize. It's going a little bit over time too with this one, because usually I try to do an hour. Okay. Interesting. I looked up. There's 13 people in here, and it's 13 is what I looked here. He's got to put a death. Interesting. 13. Another clarification. We see this here. 13. He's got to learn how to really. Now it's 14. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. So 13. He's got to really put a death to this, especially as it is conflict to me. Okay. Okay, well, again, but you got to raise your energy now. He ain't coming to you like that. I can tell you this right now. They don't come to you when your energy's down. They go very way on over. So they go right, you south and they north. They're not thinking about nowhere coming near you for that one. So you got to raise, I know it's easier said than done, but you got to raise your vibrations for them to come towards you. I'm living proof, okay? So I'm telling you. It's only one step, and that's between me and him. Why it's the next step. But my thing is, I do know how to call him in, and I do know how to have communications. And I'm telling you what the steps that you need to do. You got to raise your vibrations, and you can't be steadily thinking about them, about the situation, and about how it's not coming together. That's all that does is push them further away. Okay. All right. So that's it on that one. Well, that's her job. She gonna test you. That's her job. She gonna test you and him. That is the karmic thing. So again, what is it that again you got to get to the point that you're less triggery as well. I know that's easier said than done, because I'm living proof of that too. I would say that too. But at the same time, you got to learn how to take that energy and find out how you can be able to take that and twist it around and transmute that into something else with that, because they want to test you. You got to get to a point that's like, okay, yeah, I've seen it. I know in some kind of way you seen it. You knew I was going to go on Facebook and see over here about you and the family, and y'all got the matching PJs and how that was going to set me off. You knew that was going to make me cry because I see you. I'm just making, now this ain't from my page. I don't know what's going on. I don't go over there on Facebook on that stuff, because I know on that part. And the spirit really, really direct me and saying, I know that's divine truth why I'm going over there, but I don't do that anymore with that. But thing is, and you do go over there and you see that, you say, okay, now I'm triggered, now I'm crying because they look like they're a happy family. And that's their job to do that. And then you look back over there and you say, okay, all right then, now really in my heart, what's actually going on? And you've searched your heart, not your head, but your heart. What do you think is going on? And like I said, if you feel stronger, you want to go back over there again, you can look and see and say, okay, now let me really, as intuitive and divine as I am, I can read really truly into this situation by looking at this picture. What's really truly going on? Let me see. Because she did that to scare me off. I ain't scared. Let me look in here and see at this picture again about what's actually going on here. Oh, and it started telling you this. I'm looking for divine truth, not the truth, because the truth universe will bring you the truth that you think is true. They happy. That's your truth. That's not divine truth. Divine truth would tell you he's just in there just because of the kids. He's just in there because of the image, because it looks cute. Everybody on Facebook got pajamas on. This is the only reason why he's doing this, because it's a trend. Do he look happy? No, I'm looking at it. His arm is not around her. Any man that's really truly in love, his arm is going to be around her. I don't see that. Guess what? That goes the truth. There goes like cards. There go the tail right there. He playing poker face already, but I'm looking at they not hooked up together. He way over there, the kids and the family way over there. What's going on with this? Don't get me started. Moving on. See, that's why I'm going this long, because y'all got me on this rant here, talking to y'all, trying to pump you, get you all and teach and preach and coach you all. So this has got to come to end of death here about this conflict, because he truly wants the divine feminine and the divine masculine to come together. He understands he's got to get more grounded and rooted within himself. He understands also in his sacral, he's got to be more connected as well. And so that he understands also too that the divine feminine has got to stay in his heart space, but he's got to do things to make sure that she stays in her heart. And a lot of times he's looking for his nurturing. I'm seeing she's got a hand here. It's like, hold on a second. It's like some of that stuff of always looking to the divine feminine as the person who is his source of intimacy, nurturing. This time I'm seeing here, it's like she's like, I'm gonna have to maybe kind of like limit that a little bit, because I'm seeing I got a hand like this while he's trying to reach for her breast too as well. So there's a conflict with that. It's a conflict of maybe how he's even seeing that. Maybe he's seeing that she's rejecting him. And she's like, no, it's just that, I just want to make sure it's an evenness of energy exchange there. He understands we got the chariot here. Things has got to fastly change between him and the divine feminine. He understands he's got to stay in his heart space. He understands that she has to stay open to him. And I keep on picking up him steadily saying, and I understand I've got to do things to make sure that she stays open. It can't be just her doing it all of the time. This is what this divine master is saying, that he knows he's got to move into the energies to understand that he's giving her pleasure all the time. In this dynamic, he's picking up, I'm picking up from this DM, and he's showing me and giving me the energies to understand that he understands a lot of times this divine feminine that he's been with has been the one has always been giving. He understands now it's time, her turn. It's my turn. Yeah, so now understanding, and again in the actions, he wants to give this big action. I keep on telling you before I even looked at the cards, he wants to give this, he knows it's some big action that he's got to give this divine feminine, and it's doing it behind her back. He's preparing, he's getting ready. 12, he's getting some things in divine order. He's got a horse there, so again helping them to be able to ride off into freedom. And anytime you see a horse even on the car, that lets you know things are getting shaken up in the 3D for this divine masculine too. He's learning to eliminate, because he's in brown here. He's understanding also to be able to think with his heart here. And the divine feminine is the same thing. She's getting herself grounded and rooted in some things. And he understands in order for them to really truly have actions, what they told him he needs to have action that came out earlier, that needs to happen. And then we have here, which is the 8 of Pentacles, and understanding that he's got to also take control of this when it comes to take control. He's got to be able to have healthy connections. He's got to learn how to put up boundaries too. And then he also has to manifest things. That's what he needs to be able to help this divine feminine stay in her bliss, because she's in pink, and be comfortable in her heart space, because she's laying on a green pillow. Okay. This is where he understands how the connection is. What's the message? We almost there, people. We almost there. What time is it? Oh, okay, we almost clear. What's the message that he has for the divine feminine? You and I, it's time. Oh snap! He said, "You and I, it's time." Like, stop all this pussyfooting around. It's time. It's time. He seems like he getting this stuff together. If he don't even believe that, I think it's like he's got really a duality going on with him. Source is pushing him. He's getting it ready, so that the 3D and the 5D really become together. Clear. Yeah, there's 3D and there's 5D. That's that duality. They got to come together and become one. He says, because I need you, because I love you. Oh. Says he needs and he loves the divine feminine. He understands that because, yeah, where he at, but he understands he got to, what's the life change that's got to go for you, brother, though? He got some life changes to go through. Clear. And I want to make sure I put a disclaimer on here. I am not in no way, Jose, bashing the divine masculine energies. Is all, you know, I am an advocate for the divine masculine energies. I've had dreams that said I've always been an advocate, even in other past lifetimes or past experiences where I'm always coming to the aid and rallies of divine masculines. I am just telling the things what the cards come out, and that is what is the divine truth, not Miss Divine Sunshine's truth. I'm just putting in things that I can help you to know about also in life, to help you put the keys together and connect the dots. Okay, so I just want to put that disclaimer out there because I don't want anybody walk away. He did that. No, not at all. So he's got the, what's got to change for the divine masculine is that in his life is that he's got to become motivated. I told you this one soon is that it gets too hot for him, and that's funny. All through this reading, I've been hot. It gets too hot for him. He's ready to run through the fire, through the wind, and through the wild. For a chance to be with you, I gladly risk it all. So he need to be like Shaka Khan. You need to do the fire. Okay, you got to get to that. You got to get motivated like that. Understand he's got to get into his bliss. His bliss is where it really everything is. Also, he's got to be able to stand in his power. He's got to be rooted at the center of it all. He's got to be grounded and rooted when it comes to love, loving this divine feminine, especially if we say the time is now. I need you because I love you. You know, those things there. And then also here, he's got this orange here, which is his connections. He's got to build healthy connections, and he's got to manifest this beginning that he wants, but he's really truly in his whole core being, he's got to eliminate some things, and he's got to truly become motivated. The things that he's got to surrender, clear. Even through the fire. Do, 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 do. Through the fire, whatever comes what may. For a chance to lay with you, I gladly risk it all. To the fire, yeah. To the limit, to the wall. So yeah, you gotta take it to the limit. Okay, so surrender unhealthy relationships. This is where he's got to go through. This distorted partner that he's actually with at this point. Some of this stuff has been learned from family dynamics, okay, to be honest with you. So he's got to learn how to let go of relationships that don't serve him. This right now, this setup, I'm seeing it. They didn't show me what happened behind it. Took the picture here. Things is going on, arguments, being assertive at the wrong time, talking to people out of terms, being a workaholic. Those things are all on the job. All those things are unhealthy relationships. So including unavailable, or say let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Okay. This is what they say about that. Stay optimistic. Didn't we say that earlier? In order for you to stay optimistic, we know that just like a person who has an addiction, they tell you really very much so that you cannot go around the old places or hang around the same people. So that won't swallow you up to go back into the same habits that you were again got rid of. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself falling off the wagon again. This is the same thing that understands that he understands that he deserves to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. You got to pull yourself out of that divine masculine. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself, hey, pumpkin. It's my princess, my dog's, my furry daughter's birthday today. So he's got to understand he's got to pull out of that situation, because otherwise he's going to start becoming toxic himself, and that's going to be a cycle that it's going to be hard for him to kind of like deal with and he'll become of it, like that. Surrender and frustration. That reminds me of the movie was the movie Soul, where the little soul 22 found himself, he became a lost soul. You get all surrounded by all that toxicity, then you become one of that, just lost in all that energy too as well. Surrender frustration. That came out earlier about him being frustrated about some things too. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and then regroup, or you may approach the situation more calmly. Um, he probably does. I would say frustrated also about him, about this fear. He's tired of himself too, because he say he wants this passion. He wants to stay optimistic as well. That came out early. He understands this change. This is probably somewhere in his soul or his higher soul, or his higher self, rather, upper soul or higher self, whichever way you want to put it. He's called this in because they send him. I'm seeing Frank, Kirk Franklin say, and you're struggling. He's been struggling a lot, so they're calling it in because he's frustrated. He don't know any kind of other ways to get him out that continuous loop. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Okay. I told you. Then when it come out earlier about that, about other people, he's caring too much about what other people think. I thought that was one of these cards here about the outside influences. Yep, here it is. I said outside influences. I said that earlier. You see, that's why I like to pull them out of the box so you can see how source connects the dots for you, for this person. He needs to stop people pleasing. I said that earlier. True to yourself. Focus on your own happiness. That again, stay optimistic. Did I do something? Hold on a second. That unfreeze. Am I frozen? Okay. Okay, let me not put it in front of that. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't know what he did there. Okay, stay optimistic. Must have hit something. No, you're gonna go that. There we go. Hold on a second. Ooh. Okay, stay optimistic. It's doing something. Okay, I got it. Good now. Good. Thank you. It's gonna keep on doing that. Okay, so yeah, so this is says stay optimistic, positive thinking, faithful, bring you romance. That's the same thing, like I said about this people pleasing. He's got to be able to do that. I'm not gonna go in front of it. Y'all gonna have to go this way. I'm gonna put the card up there because it does something to the card, to the thing. Okay, I'm good now. It's not in and out. Okay, so next, I'm not gonna put the card up there, so y'all gonna have to squint. What does the divine feminine have to do on himself? Yeah, I ain't putting the card up there. Somebody's like, what's she doing? Is she telling us to stay on or off? We are confused. Okay, turn the lens off. Okay, so what does this divine feminine have to do that's dealing with this one? Oh, dreaming. Okay, I must co-create with spirit in order to bring my goals to fruition. You know what this tells me? Because again, this is interesting that the divine masculine has dreaming and you have dreaming. So what this tells me is that you all use dreaming for your space to meet together, as well. So that's like the fifth D dimensions, or you working way. Somebody say we're working down to the fourth too. Some of us come down, and that's how we're getting down to union. We kind of like going down fifth floor like an elevator. Um, to do that. So this is again, meet them in the dream space again, and you all solve a lot of things, a lot of talking with each other. Co-create with yourself first. Get yourself. I'm seeing them telling me like a airplane. Make sure you got yourself together first before you start putting on a mask on saving somebody else. Make sure you got your goals and your dreams and things together first, and you dreaming for yourself first. Then you can kind of bring your divine masculine on board too as well. Now you got your things together. Say, oh, I've been working on my goals. I've been working on that. I got extra time. Hey, I can start meeting the divine masculine in my dream space. We can do that. That's fine. As long as you got your grind together, you doing bliss, My thing is, let me just cut to the chase about what it is, because I keep it 100. My thing is, don't make it seem like your whole world is centered around the divine masculine. That's where you go wrong, okay? Where it's all about them. Make sure that you've gotten yourself together first. You know, and be honest. This is not a journey where you can BS and do a lot of bullshitting to yourself. Excuse my French, but some of y'all at this point, you need to be talked to this way, because the nice stuff and the tarot and they saying things to you and it's feeding you. And I thought they said he was coming Monday, because I watched Divine so and so and so, and they said Mondays that the Divine Master was coming this way, and then you looking on that and you getting all upset at the person because they said that the Divine Master was coming Monday, knocking on the door. Because it's January, whatever, the 4th or whatever like that. My thing is, if your stuff is not together, don't be expecting for the divine masculine to come in. You have to have your stuff together first. This journey is about finding what makes you happy. I say that all the time. If it makes you happy, if it makes you happy, then he's going to come along. We're not looking to the divine masculine. I'm picking up for somebody that's going to come there like that card I showed you the other day there. You got that big circle, and he's going to come there and fill in that big circle for you. This ain't what this is for. Now, I'm not preaching this to everybody, but there's somebody on here, I feel you almost like you like a baby. Like, Daddy, no, cut it out. This is not what this is about. Okay, this is about you getting yourself. That's why your divine masculine came on board, was to wake you, say, slap out, to wake you up and say, wake up. Because what you're doing right now is not truly being divine. This is the true journey that it is. And then also, love is in the mix. Now, how love is going to be there for you is up to you, and how it's going to show up. It could be a divine masculine, it could be somebody new. Who knows what it is? It's again, it's about what makes you happy, and not being of perfection, about perfectionist about everything that you do. Okay, so again, make sure that I'm giving you the advice. You do the dream thing, but make sure that your life is happy. You live in the fullest. You living your life like it's golden, as April said. Then you can bring in the divine masculine into that. Not because you doing that like I'm saying. I'm literally seeing like a girl and like the divine masculine and like giving like a teddy bear and just saying, Daddy. No, we're not doing that. Okay. And I wouldn't want to be in no position if the divine masculine was looking at me and saying, Mommy, like that. That's not whole. Okay. So I don't know who this is. I'm picking up, but you don't want to say who you are, but I pick you up though. And this is not what it is. And I have to talk to myself about that too as well. I'm not just jumping on you because I haven't been there. I don't believe in that. If I ain't did it, I'm not going to be doing that to anybody else like that. I'm not no hypocrite like that. Anybody be around me maybe about 2 seconds could kind of put it up like this. So, okay, I already know what she about. I'm not about that getting on people, and I'm not on myself like that. I have quite a few conversations. It's almost just like that. It is like that. It might be even worse like that. We're not going to do that. So here, this is advice that Spirit says for you. Have faith. Okay, divine feminine, have faith at this time. Look at how she's laying down. You don't see her actively doing anything. She looks like, to me, it's like she just got a hand out to receive, get the downloads, get the information. She's got a clear, and that's interesting. I don't know if I got, do I have that way you can see it? I got my clear crystal. Someone told me to wear that today. That's interesting. My clear crystal quartz on me. Maybe get you some of that too to help clear your energy out as well. I don't know who this is, but you really need this about this daddy syndrome that you got, that you look at your dad at the divine master like he's gonna come and save the day. That energy needs to be cleared out, and that might be why abandonment issues that's going on. Okay, he gonna let me stop doing that. Abandonment issues. Let me hurry up because the look like somebody's timing me like, hey, your time gonna be up. This is the angels. Next thing is trust your intuition. That's true. Look at how she's got that third eye here that's open as well. I've been doing a lot of that. I've been doing a lot of work with clear crystals. put it on my crown, put it on you, put it on your third eye, so you could be able to see. And when you clear that up for you, also clear it up for your divine masculine, so he could be able to see things too. So do a lot of work with that. You do the YouTube, listen to that, clearing of energies. Just as you do crystals, hold your crystal as well in your hand. What's the message that the divine masculine had that? Ooh, ooh, oh Lord, how much we got a flyer. This one got a lot of energies. What's the message that he's got? Just focus on that at the bottom of the deck. Focus on love. Let me see what this is. Okay. Ooh-wee. Okay, what he said. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. Okay, that's going to help him to also learn. I mean, I can't hold it up there too long. That's going to help him also to learn, to shift his focus from that problem that he's actually in, and help to be able to actually look at you. Last message. Well, I'm at 125. Good evening, Alvina. Hey, clear. Okay. All right. Ooh, I'm missing the card. All right. Last message from the DM's mouth. This DM's mouth. Let's see. What does he say he got to do? At the end of the day, he knows he's got to do what? Aha. All right, excuse me again. I figured this one. I figured he was gonna curse. This one is cursed. So hold you. Yeah, say yeah. This is divine. If it chime, it must be divine. Understand? This is his thing. Let me put it back here. I'm gonna put it this real quick, and then I'm gonna drink it back. Fuck feelings. You have logic for a reason. Use it. This, he's telling himself he's not thinking logical about this whole situation. He's not being logical about his feelings, about you. He's not being logical about the situation that he's in with this third party or fourth party, as we picked up. Myself and Mimi saying some other things. Some of them that has this carrying of this energy, like this DM say, true. I got a notification that has this as well. Some of them do. This has been a new energy, this partner, this fourth energies coming in here. Yes, I heard something say 5. Well, maybe till he really understands, and I'm seeing 13, till he understands to put a depth to him to these things here. And it's time to really truly speak optimism and stop operating from this false self of identity, or this false reality is the 18 brought to me. This stuff is going to keep on spinning as the world turns. So he understands these things about the feelings to be feelings of other people, feelings that people around him. If that really truly about what is it that I want? What is it that I think that I want? What is it that I know that I want? That's what we're coming into, the knowing. That's like logic. Logic is like knowing, that knowledge about things. And this is where this one is at. He's getting pushed by source, and he's getting programmed in his sleep. That's why it's very important for this divine feminine, whoever this might be the counterpart for, really truly starts to really start doing the work, moving things in the subconscious, in the dream state, so he can truly get an understanding as to where he needs to go. And then they also, divine feminine needs to be doing this work as far as third eye, a lot of third eye work, because this third eye on this one here is cloggy, is blocked. That's why he can't. And we've been saying this for the longest. This is not like the first time this has came out that we've been saying about this third eye. It looked like to me at the beginning of my of my here YouTube career here. January 30 will make me being on YouTube 4 years. It's coming around the corner, folks. I'll see what I will do for that as well. My plan is for tomorrow, I really want to, we'll see how it goes, because I got a lot of 3D stuff I got to handle, but I like to get on there quick and just kind of maybe go through the signs, or either do a pick a card about what's the energies about what 21 is going to bring to you guys. So I really want to, that's the plan. So I pray that I can go and follow through with the plan, because that's exactly what I want to do for you all. Okay. Yeah, been on. Hey, TG. Yeah, been on here. That I started when the DM decided to do what he had did it. I said, okay, you know what? I didn't even know then I was transmuting the energies from the hurt that was did with him. And I told him, you know why I did what I did. I told him I made this YouTube because of that. And he's like, oh, okay. So I said, yeah. I said, I decided to go help other people because of the pain about the decision that was made. And so then that's how the YouTube channel was birthed out of that. And I didn't know I was transmuting that hurt energy into something positive. I was creating something creative with it so I could make it something beautiful. It was a hurtful feeling, but I turned it into something beautiful, which was very helpful to you all, that you all could be able to benefit from. So yep, it will make 4 years next year. So we'll see what I will come up with, but when that what day that falls on. If it's the playground experience, it might be that too. That if not, we'll definitely be on the playground experience, and I might even Friday put it on. We'll do a year in review. I'll talk it over with them, and we'll maybe do a year in review and what we expect, and pull some cards on Friday. Definitely we coming on Friday. We were off because that was Christmas and everybody got kids and stuff, so we want to have that time with Christmas time. So we didn't come on last Friday, but we'll definitely come on this Friday, and so that'll be a nice time. So we'll see how the day goes, and whatever, how things flow. I just go with what spirit tells me to. They're like, nope, don't do that, wait till Friday. Or they might say, nope, go and do it tomorrow, and then I'll do it that way. All right, there. I'm not going to hold you all any longer. Thank you so very much for coming in and lending your energies to this DM, because that also helps, although it's not your story, but it helps out for that DM or that DF that's in that situation with this divine masculine, and you just being here to support them. It's like us having a circle of love and helping to them to have that energies and this courage that this DM needs to do to step on and break on through to the other side, which is needed for the divine feminine. So your energies, although you say this ain't mine, you don't sound nothing like my DM, but again, like I say, it's somebody's DM, and that helps them out too as well by just your presence of being here. That's what we're support system. That's what really truly twin flame communities is supposed to be about. We support each other. Oh, speaking of that, we are going to also last thing, because while I got you on here, we're going to open back up the Sunshine Circle too. We talked about that the other day, and I said I needed to, and I got my confirmation from talking to Kathy D and April Williams. So I'll come up with some more details. We start that next year too, because I'm feeling like it's an energy. The A team says thank you. I say thank God. Okay, you ain't got to get all rousy like that, but yeah, we need it because it's a couple of you all. You need that support. It's just like a support system. You have myself, Kathy D, or April Williams, helping you all. And we're going to try to get some mentors as well from the other graduates from the other Sunshine group that can be able to help you, because I've seen a lot of you all having too many like this, highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows. So you got to keep that high vibe, and you got to keep it steady in order you want to keep on the track to your divine counterpart. That energy is not going to work with that. I don't know no kind of nicer way to put it, but it's not. It's not going to attract them. So you have to again we'll have the sunshine to help you to get the keys, help you keep supporting when you have those moments, how we can motivate you all and keep you and get you out of those moments. We're thinking about doing on Saturdays, maybe by, I don't know. We have picked the time. We'll see what time it will be, but it definitely we'll say we're going to do it on the weekends, on Saturdays. So we'll have that come back in there. It's always a good thing in our sunshine circle that we have. It's very supportive. It's very helpful as well. And so sometimes things happen in people's lives that happen, and we happen to be right there at that moment to help that person to go through. So you'll see how it's benefit. Again, you got to invest in yourself. So I'll tell you how much it's going to be. And if we do it via Zoom, that way we can feed off each other's energies too as well. So it's always a good thing. So I'll let you know when we solidify how that's going to go. And this time we think we're going to do it in levels. So we'll have like different levels to it as well. Like some of them just starting on the journey. Some people that's been on the journey. Some of us is like, I could touch union. Like union is like this close. I'm like, whoop, there it is. So we have 3 levels to that. So we'll have that. Each one of us will take on a group and help you all to do that. All right, then. I done talked enough. I just love you all and I love the energy. So again, I want to say thank you so much to Kelly, to Gaming, TG, Charm, Mimi. Did I say y'all ready? I said Kelly, Kelly, Miss Bell, haha, Alvina. Okay, I don't want to miss anybody. Did I get everybody? Charm Timeless. Did I say you? Okay, I think I ran all the people. Thank you, ladies, for going into the Sunshine Lounge. Hey, Candy and Candy Bryce, you's a new one. Jessica Garcia, you were new, and Tara was new in the Sunshine Lounge as well. So thank you so very much for going into the Sunshine Lounge and talking up with each other. I see how you all were supporting each other and talking. So thank you so very much. Until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste. Namago. Mwah. Love you. All right, then. Make sure that you smash that bell and get those notifications just in case whatever spirit tells me to go live, that you get it. Make sure you hit all so you'll be already updated and get the notifications about that. Especially, and look on my community tab too on my channel, because I'll usually put in there, I'm going live in a couple of minutes. So make sure that you check that out too as well. All right. Until next time. See ya.